B63 Oneonta, a CZR Entertainment production. I'm your host, Sam Rowe, and today we have Barry Man.
Hello.
So why don't you guys just introduce yourselves, say a little bit about yourselves, like one at a time. You can go first, John.
Alright, I'm John. I am on guitar and vocals.
I'm Patrick. I play bass.
Play drums. I'm Adam.
Yeah. Barry Man.
So how did you guys form as a band?
I think like I had this drum kit, and it's like it was like kind of like a hand me down. There's like a couple pieces from like a bunch of different people, and I had it, and I like was kind of fucking around on it, and I posted like some bullshit me like whatever, and I think John saw it and was like, yo, like you play drums, like you trying to jam. And I don't know, he had written like he had a bunch of songs that needed drums.
I might have a different version of that.
Really?
Yeah, I remember meeting sophomore. This was what I remember. I remember we met sophomore year, Adam and I remember I was just like I was like try-harding. I was like, "What's up, bro?" I was like, "You like music and shit?" I remember asking you to form.
Bro, I had a crush.
Yeah, I had like a little, maybe a slight crush, and I was like, I remember asking you to form something, and there was like, I'm not gonna name drop, but some people definitely were also trying to get in on it.
Yeah.
And in my head, I was just like, I want Adam, and then I feel like that's how it was brought up.
Yeah,
like
the drummers
that.
clamoring.
Yeah. I remember it was just that's what brought it up. I think the initial discussion.
Yeah,
of the band. But
I guess that was the initial
Yeah.
discussion. Yeah.
that's pretty much how.
And where does Pat come into the picture?
Well, they like didn't know anyone that played bass, I guess, and they just offered to like teach me.
Oh, nice.
So,
You picked it up on a whim too.
yeah.
Yeah, it happened fast.
So your bass style is like 100% pure Barry Man. You know?
Essentially.
There could be nobody else.
Yeah.
I kind of just figured it out as we went along.
What would you say, like each year, like your biggest influences when it comes to making music? Like any bands you kind of draw from for inspiration?
Oh my god, there's so many.
There was this band we played a cover of in one of our early shows, Merchant Ships, that I know
Yeah.
like their bassist I kind of pull from a little bit.
Nice.
For me, that got me into, like, I guess the music, like emo music, was this band called Marietta.
Oh, classic.
I don't care. Marietta is, in my opinion, the best band of all time, and I love them, and I wouldn't be where I am right now without Marietta.
You ever listen to the couples therapy split?
Yes,
Modern
bro.
Baseball?
Green collar sins.
Yes,
Yeah,
Utah. Incredible.
It's cold out. What was the one, Modern Baseball? It's cold out there, something like that.
And Hope.
Yeah.
In my opinion, the best modern baseball song.
I love that band so much, but my bad.
No, it's just, I mean, I didn't really know what I was doing on the drums, so I think a lot of my influences was just like the riffs that John was writing. I was just kind of trying to like fit in with that and like kind of like build that together. Like I don't have any drum like really experience.
No
at all.
influences.
Like yeah, I just like I like to be loud and make noises and just like.
Well, that's beautiful because like that's how you develop a style that nobody else has. Is if you're just like, I'm just gonna approach this and whatever comes out of it is what's gonna come out of it. What I put into it comes out of it.
Mm-hmm.
You're all wearing impeccable hats today. I just wanted to say that.
Thank you. I just got this
Really-
yesterday.
It's really like the full spectrum of like glee and whimsy. So,
I probably have like 14 beanies. Something.
14.
I don't know.
That's
too
nice.
too
That's
many.
nice. So, what's your favorite movie?
You started off now. I'm putting you on the spot.
Ooh, my.
Every movie I've ever watched just left my head.
Yeah, not to be that guy, but you know Harmony Korine?
Yeah.
There's this movie Gummo. I don't know if it's my favorite
Oh,
movie,
Gummo.
but it's so strange that like
Don't get me
it
started
would
about
feel
that
wrong
movie.
not to mention it.
Yeah, I love cats too.
Yeah,
Don't get me started about Gummo, bro.
yeah.
I was like, I watched it recently with Adam, and I was like, this is the worst movie ever. But I was like, but in my head, I was like, I get what it's trying to like, you know, what is it like? Like the movie's trying to bring attention to.
Yeah.
But in my head, I was like, I need a plot. But what's your favorite?
I don't know. I've always liked just like cheesy ass shark movies.
Oh, hell yeah.
Just like fucking just like the Sharknado movies, and like there's like the series that's like 7-headed shark, but they started at like 2, and there's like a different movie for each number of heads.
Does each head have its own distinct personality, or it's like
No,
goofy?
it's just all a shark.
I'm not watching it.
God, I'm blanking. I watched so many movies recently too. I'm really into horror movies.
Oh, nice.
I guess. Oh God. The one I don't really guess I have a favorite, but the one I remember the most recently was this one called was it Terrifier, right?
Mm-hmm.
The movie was completely gnarly and like super fucked up. And I remember going to bed that night and I was like, I'm gonna have a nightmare. I was like, it's over for me. But yeah, I guess that would be at the moment the movie I remember the most. Think about.
Back to music quickly. How about we talk about that first song you just played for us?
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about that.
Market opportunities.
Market opportunities. Tell me a little bit about market opportunities and how that came to be.
Came up. We recently played at Doghouse in Oneonta.
Shout out Doghouse.
Shout out to Doghouse.
Shout out Doghouse.
And we like wanted to come up with. We were like, we just gotta write new shit. Let's just write new music. And I think we just went to the practice rooms one day on campus, and we were like, I think he had the idea for the melody, and I was trying to do some different like shit on the hi-hats, and it just kind of came together. We kind of just, honestly, we're just like, let's make a new song, and I think we had it done that day.
Yeah.
Close to it at least.
That's always the best feeling. When,
Yeah.
like, just a few hours of work is like, oh, this rules.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because we're always tweaking about making new songs. I feel like.
Yeah.
And we're always worrying about like. At least with me, like what I worry. Sorry, I don't mean to like. In terms of this song and making new shit, I'm always worried about like it sounding the same because like there's only so much that I feel like I can. Thank you very much. I feel like sometimes because I use the alternate tunings, and it's always just like dan and it always ends with like a down or something like that.
Yeah,
So,
it's always the same resolution.
Yeah,
You get stuck in these like
that's
these
what it is.
songwriting loops. I feel the same way.
And then we made this, and I was like, okay, we can cook something up with this. I was like, this is fire. Take one rip. Don't want to tweak.
Yeah, we have overall. I feel like we have a pretty good turnout rate for like saying let's write new music and then writing new music. It's like you kind of just go in and like
turning ideas into songs.
Yeah.
It's a very good skill to have.
And I think like kind of in part of it too is because we like only have played live really with each other, so it's kind of just like if we're gonna jam, it's like we know each other's styles at this point. It's like it ends up being like just a conversation about
that
like,
creative synergy.
Yeah, and we try to make every once in a while like a slower song, but I feel like it never really works out the best because I feel like I remember our first show, I was tweaking. I was like, we need people to mosh, we need people to have fun, and that's that. And I feel like we hold that mentality whenever we make new songs. So that's why we just kind of make like super fast paced, like heavy, quick, fun riffs.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's what we also not even just in terms of like wanting people to enjoy it. We also enjoy it making stuff like that because it's super fun to just like jam and just see what happens.
And then that's a thing I admire about you guys is you have this like it's moshability and it's fast, but there's also like that playful jangle to a lot of the riffs. Like there's a bounce to it,
The resolution.
There's the resolution exactly, but then you also have a heavier side.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about the song you're about to play.
Oh, Breaker Strings. The song it's funny enough, pretty similar story to the Market Opportunity song is we were struggling to we were missing a song and we kind of just like, I was like, I never go to this tune, it's Dad Fad. I was like, I never mess around with Dad Fad and we were talking about making something heavy. And so then we kind of just went in that tuning and I was fucking around with the D string and shit. It was like, and I was like, and then Pat kicked it off and then we kind of just
Pass it the right way.
right. You should tell him about
yeah.
You should tell him about the new part of the song too.
Oh, I think we initially wrote that song for that rock ensemble class.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Rock combo. The class.
Yeah, rock ensemble.
Shout out Pocket.
Yeah.
Shout out Mark Paquette. Shout out Mark Paquette.
What was I about? The new part?
Yeah.
That we came up, we felt like a lot of our songs were kind of like repetitive, I guess. So we were just like, fuck, let's write a new part for this. And it's kind of pretty similar to the rest of the songs still, but we thought it was heavy as fuck.
Yeah, and that was so much fun to play.
Yeah. And then
It's fun to listen to.
the talking in the song there's like I'm just like spitting gibberish the whole time, and it's because when we first made the song, there was the chords and I'd be like, where'd you go? And I always for some reason whenever I make lyrics for a song, it's always about where are you, how, like stuff like that. And so then I stopped singing for the song completely for like we haven't played the song in months. I stopped singing on it whenever we played it, and it was kind of just like a jam song. And then we were practicing before Doghouse, and I was like, I don't know if I brought up the idea about talking randomly to it, but I think one of us did. And then I kind of just was like saying random ass shit, and I was like, this is kind of tough, honestly, with the really heavy riffs on it. And I feel like that's kind of, you know.
Even like around the house, like I feel like we've been messing around with like the spoken word stuff recently.
Yeah, we were.
Getting your slink shit going.
Yeah, it's kind
Oh
of
shit! I just forgot about this.
Oh yeah.
It was not intentional.
Yeah, I don't think it's lit. Oh shit! What was I saying?
What? About fucking around with the spoken word.
Oh yeah,
shit.
John will play some like he'd like put his guitar in some weird tuning and play some riff, and like I don't know, we'll just like kind of yap about some random stuff, and it ends up like kind of being like, and it's fun to
No,
go
yapping
around and, like,
kind of
try
leads to the best lyrics a lot of the time.
Yeah.
That's something I think I want to do more of. It's kind of just
Yapping.
Yes, even though I yap a lot, but when it comes to music, a lot, like I was saying, a lot of my songs are like, lyrics are like, "Where are you?" or "I love you." Not God, I would never say I love you in a song, but it's always like about love in a way.
Yeah.
So, but I kind of want to sing about more broad.
Yeah, more storytelling.
Yes, and I feel like the spoken word stuff or just like random talking kind of helps that.
Are there any specific like songwriters that you look to, like, again, like for inspiration in terms of like that lyrical style?
Yeah, in terms of like the like making like love, like kind of like love lyrics, or are you talking about like,
About more so that too, but also more in the sense of the kind of more spoken word, like rambling type of style.
I will say one of my also biggest influences in terms of like making music was Panucci's Pizza. I discovered them in high school, and I remember just like not the main singer, but he drums for the band, but he has his own 2 songs, and the songs it's basically him just like singing like the most like sad story ever, and I was just like, I love this so much. I was like, and I want to make music like that. And then there's also like a whole bunch of SoundCloud artists like of like old emo bands that I listen to too that are like super, like the lyrics are like super like awesome. And that's what I think, right?
So I'm gonna have to wrap this up so you guys can play your next song you have for us, Break Your Strings. But before that happens, we do our research here at B63, and we have a gift. John, why don't you open this?
Okay. Grand opening. Oh shit! Yo, cheeseburger. I'm assuming this has extra onions on it.
It's McDonald's cheeseburger, my friend.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, the pickle right in the middle is crazy. Get a good close.
Get that
Yeah,
from
get a good
the
close up on that. Nice little pickle right there. Thank you.
Of course.
Should I save it?
I'm
Or?
gonna tear that shit
Nah,
up right
eat
now.
that shit.
The world's your oyster.
I don't want to eat this right now. I'm gonna save this for later. When I'm gaming later and I need to do something. Save
He
it.
needs his gamer fuel.
I need my gamer fuel. Yeah, this is better than G Fuel.
Oh, guys, this has been so great.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Ladies and
Thank you.
gentlemen, B63, CZR Entertainment production. Next up, Break Your Strings by Barry Mann. Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.
the street and I saw this guy. And he looked at me and he gave me a really weird look and I was like... So I tried talking to him. And he just turned and walked the other way. What am I even supposed to do?